Okay, good afternoon, folks. Hope everyone is well. Sorry, I'm a couple of minutes late. Market is open. So, FOMC day today. So, it'd be interesting to see what price is like. It's definitely started off a little bit sideways anyway. So, we've been up here a few times. So, I think the chance of getting down the bottom is pretty high. So, hope everyone's well. Let's see how we get on today. I was hoping for, well, there was a failure there, but just wasn't a massive fan of it, to be fair. So let's have a little look. So push up, a couple of attempts to go lower, push up, break. I still think there's a good chance to go upwards. Excuse me, maybe a leg and a leg, we'll see. So see if we can find a nice triple test off this bottom. So we've been up the top. So let's see if we can find something here in the right place, of course. Okay, so a little bounce here. I'd want to clear all that away first, which we have done. That NQ is looking a bit bearish at the moment, so however you want to see that, we've had a channel with a break and a new low, so see if we get a higher low here. I'm still a bit nervous about this because this got a leg and a leg. I think this is coming down. It's going to break these lows here. Yeah, it is. So leg and a leg on the NQ. So I'm just going to sit tight here. So there's a second entry there on the NQ and the stop hasn't been taken out. So kind of a leg and a leg, but I'm just sitting tight at the moment. We're stuck at the bottom of this. I'm hoping we get a little bounce. Speedy, how you doing, mate? One, two, three. Actually, a bullish bar here wouldn't be bad because we're at the bottom of what looks like a channel here. So So let's see if we get something here for the failed breakout. Excuse me a sec. See, channel with a break, new high. We made 2 more attempts, so we could come back into this level. It's hard to say at the moment. We are holding here and we're holding here, but how far it goes up, I don't know. You could have something like that. So I'm just sitting tight at the moment because we've had this channel up latter part of yesterday with a break and a new high. We've made 2 more attempts to break higher. So let me have a look on the daily. See what that looks like. Yeah, we certainly could have a pullback here. So we've broken these highs here. Now, if you're going to buy in this market on the daily, you probably would be thinking about buying down here, wouldn't you? Certainly below there. If I was going to buy, I'd be waiting for it to come back here. So we could have half decent pullback. But that's something to keep an eye on. Let's have a look. So, I mean, we could push up a couple of pushes down and push higher, but hard to say, really. So, I'd say, I'm going to say the NQ. In fact, let's get rid of that. I don't think it is. I think it's more rangy with a breakout. Breakout there, 2 legs up, breakout there. Leg and a leg. I'll break out the daily as well. Yeah, in fact, I'm not sure about that channel. The trouble is, at the moment, it's ranging with the breakout. If I put that as a big channel down, the bias will be to the downside. And I don't want that at the moment because at the moment it is ranging. There's nothing here setup-wise at the moment anyway. So there's nothing to ride it back into the channel. We have had a channel with a break. 1, 2 pushes down to a new low. So finally the news has popped up from somewhere. But I think I have got a fix with it. I had a message I've only just noticed actually. So NQ, leg and a leg. Now we've had a breakout here and a breakout here. So does that mean we may get one down here? So if we get a second entry short here and it triggers, maybe an option to go long. I'd like to get a bearish bar here, and if it triggers, touches this line and pushes up, I don't think that's going to happen now. This is one of these channels that pushes up with a bearish bar here, and you just go long at the close of it. Dare I try that? I'd like to have a bearish bar in it for trigger below to give us a failure, because if you look at the NQ is pushing up, and I think it's likely going to get to the top, which should take this further, but we didn't break below there, unfortunately. Hate it when it messes around like that. So, wide channel, bearish bar. So that bearish bar there. So that's a strategy I've started looking at. Wherever we get what I would consider a double channel, double width channel, that's probably the easiest way to describe it, that's smaller than this single width. Whenever we get a bearish bar going up, if you just bought there with a 2-point risk, so if you bought at the close of that bar, there's your 2-point risk, and there's your 2-point profit. So that worked. Push up, little pullback. So I'm starting to look more and more at that. When I see those, just a 1-to-1 risk, you're going to win way more than you lose of those. Same again, another bearish bar. So I think the chance of it getting up here is pretty good, but there is a possibility we could end up doing something like this, and instead of going up, it may come down. So if you're going to go long here, you got to find a really good setup. So possible second entry long, triggered below there. Let's see if that works. Second entry long. And there is that possibility that it's coming down. So there is a second entry long there, but it's quite a bit below the EMA, so it could trigger and create a failure and come back down here. So there may be a bigger channel going down. I'm still not sure at the moment, so I don't really want to take that as a failure. I don't want to take it as a long. It's just too far from that, too far below that EMA. Could do either or here, up or down. So it's gone below there and ticked that. So it's stopped that bar out, the second entry long. Could turn and push up, or it could come down. But I wouldn't want to take that. Even as a short, I mean. We've already just come from the bottom. There is it's possible that there is a bigger downtrend there. But until I can sort of have it confirmed, I don't really want to go short, because it's also not far from the bottom, so it may just come down and just try. I mean, we came from the bottom, though. He went up, came down, touched that, and completely bounced. So anyway, channel there, break new high. We've made multiple attempts to go up, so there certainly could be a larger channel. Let's do it from there. So there certainly could be. Now, I like the way it's come down there and a strong bounce. That's a good indication, that is. If I can get a higher low here, I may have a go at that. It's not finished brilliant, but there's still quite a bit of rejection. It came down there and a lot of buyers got in below there and pushed that back up. But it didn't finish quite as bullish as I would have liked it to. See if it bounces again. K3, how you doing, bud? I did watch that short video that you sent me. Absolutely crazy. The diving, not a problem, but being stuck in a little tunnel or going into a little hole, no, not for me. You got more balls than I have. Wreck diving? I wouldn't mind trying that. I've never done that. I know the club I was with went up to Scotland and dived off the coast of Scotland there, where you got the old German U-boats or something. Didn't they scuttle them, didn't they, or something? And they went and did that. So that would have been interesting. Well, the only downside, obviously, off the coast of Scotland, I think you dive in a dry suit all around this country, even in the Scarpa flow. That's it, yeah. Don't you dive in a dry suit all year round, do you? I mean, even in summer, the waters are freezing. Mind you, my brother does a little bit of he goes down to Cornwall and does a bit of surfing, and he just uses a wetsuit. But it's all right when you're in the water, out the water, but when you're under it for 20 minutes. There's a possible failure here with some big shorts down here. Is there a channel down there? There certainly could be. How tempting is that? So there is a failure there, but I don't know. That's quite a lot buying below that line. I think that's risky because we could bring this bottom of this range down. So let's see if that triggers. If that triggers and starts to push up, the stops. I don't think that'll be a bad long. Let's see if it triggers. I'm just going to get an order ready just in case. No, it hasn't. No, on neither of my charts. I mean, it could be a channel. It certainly would fit. But we've pushed right below here, and that's strong buying to push that from there to there. Now that, I'm going to get rid of this a minute. You can imagine how many shorts are there, especially maybe there. NQ's pushing up towards the top, which is encouraging. I'm in two minds here. The NQ is a channel down, one attempt to go higher, second attempt to go higher. As that trigger below that bearish bar? It has. If that pushes up above that bearish bar, which it is, I'm so tempted to go long here. Taylor's in this trade. He's on a limit order on this. I'm going to say that is massive. You wouldn't want to jump in that full bar, would you? The only slight issue I have, it's really struggling to get above that EMA, so I'm going to ditch this one.
Order cancelled.
Yeah, Taylor's in that long. Right, I'm going off that long now because the NQ is with the channel down, 2 attempts to push up. If this gets below that EMA, it's game over. It's coming down, I think. But also...
Order submitted.
This might not be a bad long. Let me have a look. Oh, it's getting bigger and bigger. We need to get above that bearish bar on the NQ because if we don't, That needs to get above there. It could come down, second entry short, 2 legs up. It could come rocketing down, and that would take that out. I'm having to sit out this, I'm afraid. I don't think it's going to trigger anyway. If it gets above all this, the thing's going to go up like a rocket. Penguin entry on the NQ there. That's my concern. Leg down, 2 attempts. If we get above this, I'm not worried about it. But it could go up and drop. That could turn into a second entry short, 2 attempts, so it's risky. That needs to get above this bar there, but if it does that, I think this thing will already take off. So, and if this NQ does come down, kiss goodbye to that one. Yeah, I'm just going to sit tight.
Order cancelled.
Drinking me tea. You're on the 30 minute, are you? Yeah, so penguin trays, we've got this leg down there, 1 attempt to go higher, second attempt to go higher. The only bit that's making me think this is going to go up, it's broken above there now, is it came down and then pushed straight back up. So I think now it's high enough to probably not come down. It may do, but I don't think it will now. Once it got above that bearish bar there, we'll see. If that launches below that EMA, it's coming down. But we did that there. We had a bearish bar there. It triggered, pushed right strong below the EMA, but turned and then started working up. So I don't think this will come down now. But I could be wrong. Well, we'll see in a minute if it launches below there. And you could even say 1, 2, 3, it's a triple test short. Dare I take that, though? I don't know. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So that's finished a few ticks off a doji. So it's struggling to close below that line. So we push up, we go sideways. I think we go up now. We get this a lot, this like sort of step in motion. We go up, we go sideways, and then we go up, kind of like a mirror image. So I think that's more likely now. Once, twice, we've tried twice to get through the EMA, and we have, but then we've closed above it. I'd like to come down a little bit further than that. Is that safe? I would say for that to push up took a lot of buy-in. So I think personally that is probably as safe as you can get at the moment. But this, you can guess how many bearish bars are in there, sort of bearish stops in there. Okay, so we push up. We've made 2 attempts to push lower there. If this finishes bullish, for me, it'll go for the top of here. Up, sideways up. Q stop at the S is breaking. Might get a failed breakout on the ES. That's a better bar. I think you got a lot of stops below there, so I think that's okay. But it's 12 ticks, isn't it? Still going a bit sideways here, a bit stagnant on the NQ. I still believe it's going to go up after those 2 dips. But nothing's set in stone. There will have been traders in there for sure. 1, 2, 3 taking that as a triple test. But if we break above here, then we'll go for the tops, I think. Staying out of here, I think, is the sensible thing to do. I mean, I'd love it to push up, but whether it will break below there before it does or even there is a tough answer. So I think it's going up. Certainly this NQ anyway, leg up, push up. It's almost like a bull flag, that. So I think That'll push up sideways and up again. So I'll know the criteria for videos when Apex asks for them, like include accounts and recording or something. I don't, mate, but what I would do is I just get my mobile phone, record your screen, video it, video your Apex details, and then what I would do then is put it on a stand facing you and the screen so they can clearly see. I think it's more about not whether your strategy is good enough. I think it's more just proving that you're the one pulling the trigger, because I'm seeing more and more of these videos coming out now saying, we'll pass your account for you. So I think it's for that. But what I do is I'd post that comment on one of the Apex Facebook groups. There's a lot more people on there, and you're going to get people who have encountered that issue. So, yeah, that's what I do. So, big bullish bar, stayed safe. So let's say a high or low. But I'm just sitting tight just at the moment. Because we're going sideways now. I thought that might push up. It actually got above any liquidity that might be there and then pulled back. But yeah, I think this is going up. We're getting a bit of one and done FOMC. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of volatility here, aren't we? A little bit of bouncing. Yeah, this is going up for sure. It's still working up slowly, push up slowly. This is where we'll get to, I think. No high or low there, unfortunately. Mind you, we have cleared out liquidity above there. There is some below there and there, so it may have a drop. Yeah, it's flushed down. I think it'll push up now. So possible high or low here.
Order submitted.
Such a big bloody bar, that's the problem. So that one worked. This is just too big, to be honest with you. We've got a wick. Once we've got above there, we've got a wick. So, so we've got a leg down, one attempt higher. It still could come down this. I'm just sitting out this at the moment. I like to think it's going to go up, but I'm really not sure. It is struggling to get up. We've sort of come down, pushed up. So this, I don't know. I'm not feeling comfortable going long here at the moment. The NQ is struggling. We dropped out the bottom, flushed out any short stops, and then we pushed up nice and strong. Now, we've already been up there and cleared out any stops above there. So what happens? It pushes across, triggers, starts to work down. So it's 15 ticks, that is. And part of me wants to get in on a limit order.
Order submitted.
Okay, I'm in on a limit order. So high or low. We've 1, 2, 3. It's a triple test there. We got a leg up. I think there's a good chance of getting up. I'm going to give it an extra tick. Not that it'll do me
Order
any good.
failed.
That's a shame. Oh well, perhaps I should have left it. Never mind, it is what it is. Everything's closed down. That's fine. So shame there, but there you go. So that's what, minus 350. Is that right? Yeah. Look at that. There's a failure there. But now it's stacking up. That's the trouble.
Order submitted.
There's a failure there, trapping some shorts. We've come down here multiple times. Surely not again. Surely not again. Do I add extra risk and make it safer? I shouldn't do. Why do I do this? I don't mind a little bit of extra risk. It's certainly going to be a lot safer. Come on, push up.
Order filled.
900 down. Wow. That is me done for the day. Wow. Talk about battered. That's a big loss for me. Wow. I really got battered there. Okay. I am done for the day, folks. Just goes to show, doesn't it? A couple of bad trades. Okay, that's me done for the day. Back tomorrow, so best of luck. I hope you get somewhere. Failing that, good luck. I'll see you tomorrow.